What's up, everybody? It's Matt Modi here with OddsJam. In this video, I got 3 college hoops bets for you guys to lock in. 3 college basketball bets, all found using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page. All 3 are mainline bets, so I'm going to show you how you can use OddsJam to identify profitable bets to make. And getting on mainline plays can be very profitable. Obviously, plus money plays can be profitable as well, but for this video, specifically decided to show you how to look for value with mainline plays. So number 1, of course, hopping on OddsJam, filtering specifically for college basketball, which is what I have done here. We can get right into it. So the first play that I'm going to go ahead and lock in here is in the Delaware versus Princeton game. We are betting on the under 143.5 at minus 110 odds at PointsBet. So that's the play itself. Now let me tell you why I like it. And number 1, it's because of these no vig odds here. So OddsJam, the way this works, the whole system behind everything and why it's so profitable, OddsJam back-tested thousands and thousands of betting opportunities, used that information, basically just trying to figure out, all right, historically over a long period of time, over thousands and thousands and thousands of bets, what sportsbooks consistently do the best job at pricing odds? Not for one play, and nothing anecdotally like, okay, so I think these are the sharpest. No, using data and using a long period of time and a large sample size to make that determination. Basically, the logic being, all right, what we're going to do is use this data to find out what the sharp sportsbooks are, and then we're going to use those sportsbooks to set the market moving forward. Basically saying, okay, based on these sportsbooks, this is what the market should truly be priced at. The OddsJam perfect line. It's the true line of a betting market. In this case, pretty much minus 113.5 for this Delaware versus Princeton play. PointsBet is giving it to us at minus 110. That is a profitable bet. The best sports books in the world think it should be priced one way. We are getting more favorable odds on another book, in this case PointsBet. And when I say more favorable, I mean towards the sports bettor, so a higher payout, right? Minus 110, higher payout than minus 113, profitable play. Then what you want to do is you want to look into the markets themselves, because you want to see where every sports book prices it, right? Like I know that this should be an outlier. This minus 110 should be an outlier to the rest of the sports books, but you want to confirm that. You want to make sure that everything's working properly. So the way you can do that, if you click anywhere where it's highlighted blue, it pulls up what you see here. And what you see here is where every sportsbook prices the over and the under for 143.5. And this is a helpful page, but it's not the only thing you want to see. But as we can see, DraftKings has the under at minus 140. BetRivers has the under at minus 121. Pinnacle has the under at minus 127. All pricing it 11 to 30 cents higher than what we got it at minus 110 at PointsBet. Then what you want to do is open this event page in a new tab, which is what I have right here. So we know that not every single sportsbook is going to price the total the exact same way, right? They're not all going to have the total at 143.5. As we can see from this screenshot, or this page here, sportsbooks are going to have different odds. That applies to totals as well. And as we can see, and this is just awesome, literally every other sportsbook that prices the main line of this play prices it under 143.5. So we see BetOnline, and this is important. There are 3 sportsbooks that you want to look out for as the sharp ones. Make sure that you are getting an outlier to those 3 books. One of them is BetOnline. They price it at 142.5, and they favor it going under. So they have the under priced at minus 115, the over priced at minus 105, heavily favoring it going under. And keep in mind, it's a point lower. Bookmaker has it at minus 110 each way at 142.5, so a point lower. Pinnacle, which is the sharpest sportsbook in the world, similar to BetOnline, has this total priced a point lower at 142.5 and favors it going under at minus 113. So those are the 3 main books you want to look at. And then if you just look at the rest of the betting markets, like BetRivers has this at 142.5. And then we see sportsbooks, Caesars, DraftKings, and Betfred that have it at a 1.5 lower at 142. All in all, amazing play here, getting this under 143.5. at -110 odds at PointsBet. This is the first mainline bet for today. The next one that we're going to lock in here is Dartmouth versus South Florida. In this case, we're taking an over 131.5 -105 at PointsBet. So the no vig odds price this at about -108. So again, 3 cents higher than what we are getting it at PointsBet. And let's look at the markets here. So FanDuel has this kind of close at -112, 7 cents higher. Look at everything else. DraftKings, -125. BetRivers, -122. Pinnacle, -123. They all have it 18 to 20 cents higher, and then FanDuel, 7 cents higher. So that's a good sign, but let's view it in a new tab, see where everybody has this total priced at. So remember, we got it over 131.5 at -105. If you want to be a little bit safer, you could take it over 130.5 at -110. That's another good play. If you wanted to be a little bit safer, that's up to you. The positive EV play that I found was 131, but if you want to even make it an even safer play, get it over 130.5, at -110. But let's look at every other book. So FanDuel prices it at -112, at 131.5 at -112. Again, that's the only book that's close. Every other book looks like they have their main line for this play at 132 or 132.5. And we want to look at the sharp books, right? Remember? So BetOnline, Bookmaker, and Pinnacle. BetOnline has this at 132, half point higher, favoring it going over. This is Bookmaker right here. They have it at -110, over at 132 as well, so a half point higher. And then Pinnacle, same thing here. They have it at 132, and they favor it going over at -114, the under at -106. Then we look at 132.5, BetMGM and BetRivers. So it's the same exact thing here. Every single sportsbook has this priced above the number we are getting it at. Even if you look at the 131.5, which is a point higher than what they have it at their main line. Really good play here. Dartmouth versus South Florida over 131.5. And then the last play that I'm going to lock in here, Missouri State plus 8.5 against Oral Roberts. This play is at -110 at BetMGM. No big odds have this about -110.5. So a little bit of a smaller EV play, still a really good one. So looking at the rest of the sports books, PointsBet -140, DraftKings -135, BetRivers -118, Pinnacle -120. Looking at where every other sportsbook prices it, remember we got plus 8.5. Looks like BetOnline, Bookmaker have it at +8. Again, BetOnline favors it at that number, as does Pinnacle, has it at +8 as well. And then we see, looks like PointsBet has it at 7.5. So all in all, another really good play here. Missouri State plus 8.5 versus Oral Roberts, giving you 3 college basketball bets to lock in. All 3 of them are really, really profitable towards the rest of the betting sports books, as well as the sharp ones, which is a good sign. So that's going to be it for this video. 3 for you guys to lock in. If you do, comment and let me know. But that's it. So appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.